Well, hello there. Welcome to All Things Alicia, where we save on purpose with purpose. If you are new to the channel, come on in the room. Please consider liking, subscribing, turning on your notification bells, because on this channel, we're all about crushing our money goals and saving for our future one envelope at a time. If you are returning, hey, I'm so glad that you're here. Today, we're going to be doing our sinking and savings funds challenge. We've already done the challenges tracker for the month of November. So we're going to go through each of our binders and envelopes and bring out our beginning balance, our ending balance, and what is our difference for the month. So sit back and enjoy. We're going to use our pens here. These are Pilot Precise pens, extra fine, and we're going to get started. Hopefully we don't have any mistakes. I do have my white out just in case. All right, how are you all doing? How was your Thanksgiving? We had a wonderful time. We went out to dinner, so I didn't have to cook or clean. It was great. So I think I told you all about that in the last video. But yeah, so would love to hear how you're doing and how your sinking funds are going. So in anniversary, we have $100. And let's see what we began the month with. So at the end of October, we had $100, and we still have $100. So we will just mark that as 100, 100, so no change. Okay, and moving on to annual subscriptions, we started the month with $169, and we ended the month with $50. So we spent $119. Okay, and where's the $50? Okay, if you see prop money, that's because the money is in the bank. In buffer, we started with 500, and we are ending with 380. So we went down 120. Okay, and this is the 380. Okay, in prop money. All right, because it is in the bank. Okay, so let's see. In our car maintenance, and these are all of our high priority sinking funds. We started with 500, and we ended with 500, so no change there. Okay, and I know it says actual saved, but what I do for this column is just put, did we go up or down? And then we calculate the difference at the end. HOA, we started with 257, and we ended with 512. So that is plus 255. Great. And I think our HOA is due next month. Okay, home maintenance. We started with 126, and we are at 127. So just one little dollar, so which is our interest. Okay, and then an emergency fund. I usually exclude this, but I'm gonna start calculating it because I want to know how much we have total in savings. Okay, so we started with 92.98, and we ended with 97.75. So we went up $477. So that is great. So that is emergency fund. And that is it for our high priority. All right, moving right along, we're going to go into low priority. And I do have some changes in my binders, so if you are new, I'll let you know what those are. So in low priority, we started with blessings. And blessings started with $6. And is ending with 0. So we went down $6. Okay, we have to beef that back up. Date night started with $43. Some of that was in prop money and some of that was in real money. And we ended with 44. So we went up $1. So you'll see here I have, y'all, I put that in the wrong envelope. Sorry, hold on. This is the envelope. Let's put it in the right place, right? Okay, so you'll see here we have prop money and we have real cash. So we have $5 in real cash and then 20, 30, 35, 37, 38, and 39. So again, together that makes 44. Okay, so I just wanted you all to see that. All right, happy birthday. Now we're ready for this one. We started with 651 and we ended with 726. And let's just make sure that we have 726, and that would be in the bank. So 500, 700, 25, and 26. Okay, so we are almost there. So that is $75. And we have decided what we're going to do for my husband's birthday. We are actually going to go home to Detroit to see our family, spend some time with them. So both our families are in Detroit, and we live in Florida, for those that don't know. And my husband's birthday is January 3rd. So we're going to go up on the 1st. So we're going to spend New Year's with our family. Super excited about that. And then we'll come back on the 4th. So it's like a Thursday through Sunday. So I will take this $726 that we do have in here. We'll add another $75 on the 15th of December, and that will get us to $800, and that will be used to pay for our flights to go home. So it will be an expense-paid trip from that perspective. And then what we need for probably the rental car and gas, we'll just take out of one of our other sinking funds, and then we'll stay with my parents. So there's no cost there. So we're excited. Okay, miscellaneous. There's a little bit of something in there. So it started with 15. And let's see what we are ending with. A whopping $3. So I'm always spending out of that envelope. So we are at 3. So we went down 12. Okay. And then parents started with $4 and they are ending with 40. So we went up $36. And in parents, I'll count that for you. So 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So there we go. Okay. Right, so that is our low priority. So we are introducing a new binder, which is personal. So I got this from Twin Mom on a Budget. So personal as far as the how she does her funds. But this tracker, or this dashboard, excuse me, comes from the Remarkable Dollar. This dashboard comes from Breathe and Budget. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get started. So in my personal savings, of course, I have 0. Started with 0, ended with 0. Birthday has nothing because we'll restart that in the new year. Personal development, let's see. We started with 14 and we're now at 15. So we went up one whopping $1. Okay. And that is in the bank. And self-care. We do have some money in here. We do have a spa appointment coming up. So we started with 150. And we are now at 265. So we went up $115. And so we should have in here 265. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 260, and 265. So we are ready to go. Right. Shopping probably has nothing. Yeah, has nothing. And I think we started with 0 as well. Okay, sorority expenses has some money in here. So we started with 15. And I think we're ending with 15. Let's see. Yes, 15. Okay. All right, so that is personal. Okay, moving right along, we're going to move into travel. I have made this a separate binder because we have a lot of travel planned for next year. So this is from the Remarkable Dollar as well. Love that. And for our cruise with my mom, we started with 1,500 and we ended with 1,875. So we added 375. Okay. And that is, of course, in the bank. So I just counted for you. 1,015, 16, 17, 18, 50, 70, and 5. All right. So we're making progress. Family vacation. We started with $40. And we are ending with 40. Okay. This is for a church conference. We have not put anything in there yet, so I will be stuffing that this coming December. Our girls trip to Vegas is going to be in July next year. We started with 0. We are ending with 0 because we will start to stuff that in December. This is going to be our my church cruise. We're going on a cruise together with our women's ministry. And we started with 78. And we are now at 39. So we spent $39. We are making deposits on that trip. And then we do have a cousin's trip, which will be in August next year for my cousin's 50th birthday. And so we will start to stuff this shortly. Okay, so that is travel. On to the kiddos. Let's see, we have back to school. And back to school started with $80. And it is ending with 80. We will make a deposit this month. And so it has 80. Okay. And my son's birthday has 0. We will start to stuff that in the new year. All right, family fun. Let's see. So we started with 100. We are ending with 70. So we spent $30. Let's just make sure we have 70. So we have 20, 40, 60, and 70. And let me know what you all have planned for the holiday, for the next upcoming holiday, if you celebrate. My son has 0 in his birthday accounts. We will start something that in January. Kids activities. We started with 60. And we are ending with 51. So we spent $9. And let's just check that we have $51. So we have 11. And 20, 35, 40. So yep, 51. I have it separated because some of the money is for the state fair, which is coming in January. And the other is just for, you know, anything they want to do. Okay. Well, not anything they want to do, but when things come up and we need to pay for it, that we approve. Okay. Kids clothing still has a whopping $1. And we started with 45. one. So we went down $44. We always need stuff. Here's our whopping dollar. Okay. And then in our kids, it's probably back here, our kids $2 savings challenge. We do collect $2 bills for them. The last time we stuffed this was on October 11th. So we were at 34. So we are still at 34, no change. And I'll just count this for you all. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, and 4. And if you want to send me a $2 bill, let me know in the comments. All right. And then kids sports. Always taken out of here as well. So we started with 103. And we are ending with 77. So we spent $26 over the month. So 50, 75, and 77. And this is going to come out soon because I have to pay for his basketball training, school expenses. So we started with 0. And we ended with 40. So we added $40. So 10, 20, 35, and 40. Okay. Summer camp. We started with 525. Where's that? 535. I think that's 535. And we ended with 629. So we added $94. Okay, and that is in the bank. Goal is 1,000. So we are almost there. Okay, and then kids savings. I have combined that together. So we started with 1363 and we are at 1578. So we went up $215. Okay, goal is $2,000 by the end of the year. So we are making progress there. And then senior year expenses, I've only been able to stuff this once, I think. Yep, so $20. So these are from Do It All Diva. And I love these. And so I got to start stuffing that for my son. All right, so we are coming down to the end, you all. So holidays. And for these are the envelopes, but I am going to spare you all going through all of these and counting them. What I'm going to do is go to our trackers. And for Valentine's Day, we have 40. And we still have 40, so we don't have anything there. For Easter, we're at 33. We didn't add anything there. Mother's Day, we are at 71. We didn't add anything there. Let's see, Father's Day, we're at 42. We didn't add anything there. 4th of July, we're at 29. Didn't add anything there. We had to focus on what we could. Halloween has 0. Okay, and Thanksgiving, we did spend our money on Thanksgiving. So we started with 17. We are ending with 0. So minus $17. But in between that time, we had added 183 to get us to 200, but then we spent that 200 at dinner, so we're at 0. Okay, so Black Friday started with 395, and we are ending with 0. So we spent 395. Okay, and actually we got that account to 500 and spent the 500. But for Black Friday, did you all get any good deals? What did you get for Black Friday? I was very intentional this year. I got some budgeting tools, an air fryer, and a vacuum. So that was how we spent our Black Friday money. Christmas started with $25.10, so $2,510. We're ending with $2,735. So we went up $225. And our goal was $3,000 all along for Christmas, but I had to up it because we're going to spend more than that. And so I took away from some of our other envelopes so that we could have enough in here. So by December 15th, we will have 4,000, and that's what we would spend on Christmas. So, because I do not want to go in debt, I refuse. So it's like, you know, you're going to spend more, then just save more, okay? 45 for New Year's Eve is still at 45. And birthdays started at 40. And of course it's at 0. We celebrated some birthdays last month. Okay, and then miscellaneous started with 0, and we are still at 0. So no change there. Okay, so last 2 envelopes. Let's do our 100 envelope savings challenge. We do have a tracker here. So at the end of October, we were at 1171. And November, we are at 1586. So 1586 minus 1171. So we went up $415. Very excited about that. Okay, and our denomination challenges. So these are like our $1, $1, $5, $10, and $20 challenges. So we started October at 95, and we are ending at 167. So 167 minus 95 is plus 72. Okay. And I don't think I have anything else in here that we're doing right now. No. Okay, so we have made it to the end. Let's calculate it all up, and hopefully I don't mess up. Okay, so 100 plus 169 plus 500 plus 500 plus 257 plus 126 plus 9298 plus 6 plus 43 plus 651 plus 15 plus 4 plus 14 plus 150 plus 15 plus 1500 plus 40 plus 78 plus 80 plus 100 plus 60 plus 45 plus 34 plus 103 plus 535 plus 1363 plus 20 plus 40 plus 33 plus 71 plus 42 plus 29 plus 17 plus 395 plus 2510 plus 45 plus 40 plus 1171 plus 95 is 20,294 is where we started and where we are ending. Here we go. 100 plus 50 plus 380. Okay, y'all, fat fingering. 100 plus 50 plus 380 plus 500 plus 512 plus 127 plus 9775 plus 44 plus 726 plus 3 plus 40 plus 15 plus 265 plus 15 plus 1875 plus 40 plus 39 plus 80. Did I type 80 or 90, y'all? Oh my goodness. Plus, I hope I typed 80. 70 plus 51 plus 1 plus 34 plus 77 plus 40 plus 629 plus 1578 plus 20 plus 40 plus 33 plus 71 plus 42 plus 29 plus 2735 plus 45 plus 1586 and 167. Okay, I hope I calculated that correctly. I will go back and do a double count off camera. Okay, so that should be minus 2294. Should be 1550 increase. Okay, so I will go back and double check and make sure that is correct. But yes, you all, that is our November sinking and savings fund tracker. So excited about our progress. And of course, some of these are sinking funds. So the point is for us to put money in for an expected end, right? We're going to be withdrawing that to pay for some service that we have, or for some envelope that we have. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Please let me know again in the comments what you're going to be doing for the holiday. How was your Black Friday shopping? How was your Thanksgiving? All the things. Remember to save on purpose with purpose. Remember where all your blessings come from, which is our Heavenly Father. And be blessed. Bye.